Lamar Jackson now out week number 8. A.J. Brown upset and potentially more talk about him getting traded. Justin Fields is a go for week number 8. Lots of twists and turns today. And what do you do with your lineup? What do you do if you've got Lamar? Do you go Huntley? Do you pick up maybe Justin Fields? Maybe that's a perfect replacement, as people expected Fields to be replaced in week number 8. We'll talk about all that and more. A.J. Brown, possible destination landing spots. Is it a bunch of just nonsense? Why is A.J. Brown even complaining again? Why is he not playing this week? Why is he complaining and upset when he's not playing because he's injured? And he's upset after coming off a monster game. He's continuously complaining, continuously being a diva. We'll talk about more on that in a second, but we'll lead off with Lamar Jackson. The Fantasy Football Show begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
So a couple good quarterbacks to potentially look to if you're scrambling. Let me first start off by saying this. I still believe, as I did a video, I don't know if it's still on the screen. I did a video not too long ago. We're talking 24 hours ago about how to buy these individual players right here. Josh Allen, Lamar, Barkley, Henry. I'm still buying Lamar. In fact, I have ramped up my offers because I know how frustrated fantasy owners are going to be over the 1 week. And this feels like it was a just like last second type of call. Now, there could be something to this. Know that if you go poking around at Lamar in a trade, is there some sort of underlying thing being covered up, and is he going to be out multiple weeks more? I don't get that sense, but we'll dig into that. You're kind of, risking the biscuit if you go after Lamar. Understand that, but I've ramped up my Lamar offer, so just to put that out there. Lamar Jackson out for week 8. Huntley in. Your options and alternatives if you're scrambling would be Flacco's always a pretty good go-to if you need a QB. Always seems to produce pretty decent numbers. Fields is a good player to grab because he got cut in so many leagues as people assumed he was done for, and he's starting week 8. You also have quarterbacks like, throw out some of your favorite QBs. Huntley is one. What else you guys got? Throw out a couple of quarterback names, and we'll throw them on here if anybody has somebody that they would like to add. Huntley's definitely one you could add. Mariota, I suppose. Yeah, Mariota. Mariota is one you could definitely grab. So keep scooping up QBs if you're in dire straits. I know I'm starting Flacco in one league, but not too upset about it. I think it's, definitely something that, we potentially could be happy about end result wise. He's got some pretty good players to throw to. Anytime you got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, you could have a good outing. So I think Flacco might be the best one that you could grab. Dalton's a consideration, I suppose. Yeah, Dalton a consideration. All right, let's see here. A lot of you throwing Kirko out, who's likely to start week 8. Kirko's not bad. Kirk Cousins, definitely an option for those of you that are scrambling right now. I'll put Cousins on this list. If I had to rank these in order, I'd probably say Flacco 1 options that he has. Probably Kirko 2 or 3. Probably Fields 2 or 3, so that's probably my 2 or 3 tie right there. Mariota, Huntley, I'm not sure I'm going near that, to be honest with you. But those are the players that you need to comb through the waiver wire for if you got struck by the last minute news that Lamar's out. So let me read this to you. Lamar Jackson will miss his third straight game Sunday due to his hamstring injury, and the Ravens' Tyler Snoop Huntley is set to start versus the Bears, per league sources. Jackson is expected to return from his hamstring injury Thursday night in Miami, so that kind of puts to bed any sort of like, I wonder if things are worse and they're hiding it from us. I don't think so. Anything's possible. You got to know the risk if you're going to go after Lamar via trade, but I'm just telling you right now, I've upped my Lamar Jackson offers. I have doubled down on that because 1 week's nothing to me if I'm in dire straits at QB. If I'm starting Flacco right now, if I'm starting or was starting Fields, then I wasn't, now I am again, or I've got just kind of a QB mess that's not as good as anybody else's. I'm literally balling at every position but QB. That's not going to change for me. If I'm starting a Flacco, if I'm starting somebody that is, there's a lot to be desired. Nothing changes. Who cares if you're out another week without Lamar? Right now, you don't have Lamar. Right now, you don't have a top 5 QB if you're in that situation. So make an offer for Lamar. Who cares if he's out one more week? Make the offer. The Lamar owner's been struggling. Lamar's missing his third straight game. The Lamar owner, because of the high investment in Lamar, probably is a 3 or 4 win team or less. So you can go get Lamar. I'm doubling down on getting Lamar. Doubling down. It's even better. This is a gift to those of you that said, there's so many of you who said, yeah, Lamar, do I go after him? Smitty doesn't seem to be available. Ha ha, Smitty, no one's trading Lamar. LOL. No one's trading Lamar. Not in my league. The whole world revolves around me. In my league, if it can't happen in my league, it can't happen anywhere. Now, those people might be able to get Lamar. Everybody complaining about how Lamar's not available. He might be available now. So, go get him. Go get him. Brosi says, trade for Lamar, Smitty 2025. I don't even know what that means. Are you just repeating what I'm saying? I don't know, Brosi, if you're trying to, what are you trying to do here? Okay, let's hit these super chats after we get through the rest of this news. So hang tight, Lamar Jackson. Do it live. Do it live. Do it live. This man's been complaining since he was born. I love AJ Brown. I do. And this was a friend of the show. Not saying he isn't anymore, but we haven't heard from him in a while. I used to go live with him on Insta every off season. And there was a time where this guy didn't know he was a stud, and we told him he was a stud. I went live with him on IG and said, you're going to be a top 10 wide receiver. He looked shocked. He looked shocked. He was very humble back then. Very humble guy. And I'm not saying he doesn't have, I don't know, a humble bone in his body. He probably does. I mean, he probably gives back to the community. There's probably a lot of good qualities about A.J. Brown. But for some reason, when he's on the football field, he tends to be a little different. And even when his team was 4-0 and they looked good and they weren't using A.J. Brown, he walked into the locker room like somebody walked over his grave. And he's been upset. He's been a diva. He's been wanting out. He just is nonstop complaining, crying, moaning. And it's just, at some point, it's going to come to a breaking point. And according to Diana Rossini, who sometimes has information, sometimes doesn't, I'm just reporting what she's reporting. I'm not saying that this is a total legit, take yet. But according to Diana Rossini, A.J. Brown is agitated. The Eagles know it, and the league knows it. And for now, Philly wants him on the roster. But if Brown continues to seems miserable leading up to the trade deadline, does something have to change? ? Writes Diana Rossini in this tweet. So Diana Rossini is doing a lot of assuming here and trying to paint a picture and connecting dots. So this is not some sort of like report saying A.J. Brown's going to get traded if his attitude doesn't adjust. It sounds like, that's just the speculative part of this, but we've been speculating this for a while. So I think trading A.J. Brown is in the cards. I think the Eagles don't really have a vested interest in doing so unless he really makes a stink, because they're trying to win a championship again. They're getting rid of A.J. Brown for what? Like, what would they get right now that would help them win a championship? Does A.J. Brown being moved change anything? Not. It doesn't help him. It probably hurts him because the defense is going to definitely attack you differently when you're down an arsenal weapon like A.J. Brown. Then again, they might be saying to themselves, we got a lot of money tied up on him. Let's make a chess move. Let's make a chess move and say that we don't know that he's going to stay healthy from 2026 on. We don't know. We think he's probably capable of getting back on the field and staying on the field in 2025. But maybe Howie and the minds at work in Philly that have been doing so well building the roster say, we don't think he's healthy in 2026. Knee injuries, constant compensation, hamstring issues will start to ensue. Hamstring issues with knee injuries coincide when there's compensation involved. This man's had his knee cut up and sculpted more than a craft at a craft show. And so every offseason he's getting the knee scoped. Every offseason he's getting cleanup work. Those knees only have so much meniscus in them. We're not living in 2045 yet where you can just regrow all of the meniscus overnight in a petri dish, slap it on in. AI is going to take care of that. We're a little ways away from that. So A.J. Brown, unfortunately, can't be a spring chicken overnight. That's not happening. So maybe Howie's looking into this. What's it mean for A.J. Brown? What's it mean for the team that receives him? Could it be the New England Patriots? If he did go somewhere, would he be of value? Maybe. We need to know how bad the hamstring injury is. We need to know how bad all of his injuries are. So we'll have to see how this goes next week. Hard to predict what he'll do moving forward because we don't know how severe his injury is. So we'll just have to play that by ear. But right now it seems like A.J. Brown, who would have to pass the physical if he got traded and all that, could be on the move. Who knows? As for the man that benefits the most from the Lamar Jackson news, nothing changes with Derrick Henry. In fact, I think they ground and pound the ball more than even expected, even than I expected walking into this outing. So if you got Derrick Henry, fire him up, hit that over. The over I have on Derrick Henry is a phenomenal one. Where's that Derrick Henry over? I think it's right here. Do I have it? I think I have it. No, that's a Doomsday. I like that one too, though. 59.5 higher. Take that higher on a Doomsday. I think I have the Derrick Henry higher somewhere around here. I'll have to try and locate it, but love the Derrick Henry higher. I might have it. I might have sent it to myself. Let me check real quickly and see if I can grab it. Here it is. I have a feeling he's going to crush this because this is on Underdog. Promo code Smitty, play 5, get 100. Here's the link if you want to tail this on Underdog. Underdog's amazing. You can draft a team for week number 8. That's week 8 only. You can draft in their what they call their third quarter, which is basically weeks 9, 10, 11, 12 only. Like play fantasy that way, so you can get new skin in the game. You know, your season's in the crapper, or let's say your season's balling out. You just want more skin in the game. But you could also do these hires and lowers and create a contest that has 2 guys, 3 guys. You could drop 100 and call 3 different things, or you could drop, 8 of them and play $5 and win, sometimes upwards depending on what hire you take. You could make 1,000, 2,000 off of, one contest that predicts 5 things. This is one that I would choose. 83.5 yards higher. I think he's going to run the hell out of the ball. I think the Ravens have to lean upon him. And something's got to change with their offense. Now, we thought Lamar would come back, and I still buy Lamar for sure. I don't change any of that advice. It sucks that if you did follow the advice last night, you ended up getting a trade done, and now Lamar's out, the first week you get him. That part we can't control. We can't control that they're hiding this information. And Lamar Jackson, if you didn't know, they retroactively went back and downgraded his Friday participation from a full practice to limited, which is really shady. And the NFL is probably looking into that. I don't know what in the hell is going on there. But Lamar Jackson, that's really wild. Is it game planning? They're trying to get an advantage? I don't know. But the league might look into the fact that they went back and they're adjusting the books. They're Friday wasn't full participation, by the way. he was limited. So, and he's out, by the way. That's how the report came out. So it's kind of wild, but doesn't change anything. And if anybody went and traded for Lamar because they needed a quarterback and now they are out, they don't have Lamar this week, it's still good. Believe me, you're still going to get taken care of. Again, the report suggests that Lamar, this report here from who was it? Was it Shefty? Adam Schefter. This report here suggests that at the bottom, Jackson is expected to return to with his hamstring injury Thursday night against the Dolphins, which will be a great matchup. So still a fantastic buy, still a highly recommended buy low. That doesn't change. In fact, I doubled down on it. A.J. Brown, we got that out of the way. Justin Fields is going to start week number 8, which was something that we thought wasn't going to be in the cards, but yeah, now he's really the only quarterback that can turn to that's healthy, so he kind of by default gets to start one more game. Now, these things have a way of the ball not lying type of thing. Like, I wonder if he's going to go out and have a really good day and make this really complicated, because now his back is against the wall. He's got nothing to lose. He's got a chip on his shoulder. The man doesn't throw interceptions, and everybody's down on him and says he's trash. When he gets surrounded by nothing, he get put in the worst situations possible. Now he's playing for his life. Now he's playing for what? Maybe a trade? Now he's trading. He's playing for a whole bunch of different, reasons that are compiled together. Big Prophet said, "Can you crank up the volume?" My volume levels look fine. I think you need to turn the volume up on your phone. Is anybody else getting volume problems? How in the hell are you getting volume problems? I see nothing but yellow on my meter. My sound meters and levels look absolutely perfect, Prophet. I have a feeling you have your volume down, son. Give Fields fired up if you need him. Again, if you need a quarterback, Kirko's probably in the same wheelhouse as Fields. Because Fields runs, you could say Fields is probably better in some contexts if you believe that he can score a touchdown or two. But Flacco's probably the number one option because he's surrounded by weapons. He's surrounded by monsters over in Cincy. And I include Chase Brown in that, by the way, you Chase Brown haters. This is a good situation for Flacco. Probably your best bet of these guys right here. Huntley's all right. I don't love Huntley. I don't hate him. I like Kirk, but I don't love Kirk. He's not bad. Fields is just, his running capability makes him attractive, and I think the mindset this week will be decent. Mariota's not bad. These are not horrible options. If you did trade for Lamar and you have to start Flacco, you'll be okay. And again, I doubled down on that. I tripled down on going and getting Lamar. Getting Lamar right now is a fantastic maneuver. It still is. I stand by it. It's not me trying to say, I feel like this is bad. I said trade for Lamar. And a lot of people are like, now what, Smitty? Now what? What? I mean, I doubled down. If I didn't get him in another league, I'd try and go buy him. Because now his owners are freaking out even more. And guess what? After this week's over, you still don't have a quarterback. Go get Lamar. Go get Lamar. Go do it live. Let me put A.J. Brown on the screen, and if we are going to talk about these guys, we can hop back and forth. But what do you do with Lamar? What do you do with Henry? What do you do with A.J. Brown? What do you do with Justin Fields? They're all on screen. They're all here to be talked about. Appreciate you all. Get locked in. Hit that thumb up button. Subscribe if you're new. If you're in here and you don't know how you found this, and you're just like, what is this show? We're your one-stop shop, baby.
Hit that subscribe button if you're new, and wipe your feet at the door.
We're live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Every single Monday through Friday, I'm live whenever big news breaks, like this show right here, consolidating all the big news reports of the day. And we're live at midnight Eastern almost every single night, which includes tonight when we break down the start bench stuff and do it live. This one from Taj. I appreciate you with a $20 holler. Taj to the mother freaking moon with the 20 wad. Taj, do it live, pal. Do it live, Taj. Taji boy.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Let me see if we have any other $20 super chats. Taj, thank you. Appreciate you for dropping that. We got Skynet dropping a $20 holler as well. We've got, I think those are all the 20s. Those get immediate attention in the high roller super chat room. Do it live. Taj says 12-man PPR. Lamar, Brees, Judkins, JJ, Devontae Smith, Fannin, Pitton, Sharbs. All right. I see what you're throwing down here. Hold or force trade. You know, we had a higher volume on this. Let me just change this real quickly. Okay. Is that music too loud? I think we got it back to normal. We had a volume issue with the music, not with the audio. So that earlier report of the can you crank the audio up wasn't my voice, it was just the system sounds. Okay. Judkins, JJ, Devontae Smith, who should have a good day this week with AJ Brown out. Lamar, Brees. Lamar's out. That sucks for you, but you still got a nice little team here. Started 0-3, now 3-4. Hold or force a trade. League really scared to trade. Thank you, Smitty, the show, and the Gunners. Thank you, Taj. If you guys want to get a pair of Gunners over on the Gunner wall, let me show you that real quickly. Gunner.com.
The Gunner Player of the Week.
Brought to you by Gunner.com.
Gunner Player of the Week. Do it live over at Gunner.com. All right, where were we at? Sorry. Okay. JJ, I don't think I'm forcing much here other than trying to get rid of Brees, keep Lamar, keep JJ, probably keep Devontae Smith right now, especially with some potential trade discussion around AJ Brown. Sharbs is a good trade piece. ETN's a good hold and trade piece. I like Tootin and ETN together. Kind of feel like you're covered and you're crafty. So let's get rid of Brees. Let's keep Tootin, ETN, Judkins. Let's get rid of Brees. Let's get rid of... Actually, you know what? Let's look at Brees and Pittman or Brees and Sharbs with the Walker owner. Brees and Devontae Smith and Sharbs to the Walker owner. But I wouldn't trade Devontae Smith unless I'm upgrading him. But if I'm upgrading him, sure, throw Brees Hall in there. I don't really want that Jets running back situation anyway. So go ahead and throw Brees and Devontae Smith or Brees and Sharbs or Brees and Pittman for one player. Adams or higher. We're talking Buka. Oh, no one's trading Buka in my league. Well, you might as well try. Adunze, bye week out of the way, do it live. London, bye week out of the way, do it live. Not saying those are going to happen in every single one of your leagues. Smitty, no one's making those trades in my league. Stop complaining and just send out offers. I see this happen every day. When someone comes into my room and says, oh, Smitty, I'm telling you, no one's doing this. Do you think I'm doing this for my health? Do you think I'm out here screaming and yelling over making trades? You think I don't know what people are doing? You think I'm just obliviously coming in here and going, trade so-and-so and try and get Devontae Adams. If Devontae Adams isn't being had, you don't think out of the thousands and thousands of questions I get per day, thousands of questions per day, that I don't have a sense of the temperature of the room? That I don't know you can get this done just because you can't get it done? Stop complaining. I see it every day. Go get one of those wide receivers. If it's not one of those wide receivers, I suppose you could go after if you're trading just one of those guys away. So let's say you keep Devontae Smith, don't trade Pittman, then you just use the other. And you got Olave. You could use Olave as well, or BTJ, Olave with Brees. You got enough receivers that if you trade one away, you could go after an RB. You could go get Derrick Henry. And honestly, Lamar being out makes Derrick Henry even cheaper. Plain and simple. Lamar's now cheaper. Henry's now cheaper because of Lamar. So those would be my options, Taj. Appreciate you. Skynet said, Smitty, I committed a fantasy extortion. The Daniels owner is 1-6, and I have Commanders fan. I'm a Commanders fan in real life, so I scooped up Mariota before him and forced him to accept my Mariota and Dowdle trade for his Kyron to save his season. I like that. I like that a lot. That was a good maneuver. Very smart on your part. I will say that I think Dowdle is very solid. Yeah, I'll say Dowdle could be pretty good, bro. But I like Kyron. I like Kyron a lot. That was a nice move. But I hate to, at the same time, I hate to see Dowdle go. Dowdle looks really, really solid. But I definitely would take Kyron. Nice work. Yo, Smitty, full PPR, need some guidance. Need 2 running backs, 1 tight end, and 1 flex. Woody, okay, Woody, Bill, Pitts, Fannin, Coleman, Harvey, Hendy, Spears. I know not good options, but crazy team. Okay, I'd probably say Woody Marks is my 1 running back. I would probably say that Bill's my number 2. Unfortunately, I would like to put Hendy there, but I think Bill's probably safer. I'm sorry, need 2 running. Yes, it's 2 running back. 1 tight end would be probably, I would say, Kyle Pitts for now. Actually, you know what? Kirk Cousins doesn't find. I'm going to go Fannin. I'm still going Fannin. And then my 1 flex would be, I'd probably bank on Hendy here. I'd probably just say, you could go Pitts and then have both the tight ends covered, but I'm going to go Hendy and just hope for a house call. You could go Harvey. He did have a receiving touchdown last week. I'm going to go house call Hendy here. Hopefully he gets in there. But Flea Nice, that's a real tough call. If anybody feels differently about that situation for Flea Nice, if you could tell him your thoughts and give him some groupthink, if everybody could vote in the chat, would you go Bill, Woody, Fannin, and Hendy, or Bill, Woody, Pitts, and Hendy, or Bill, Woody, Fannin, Pitts, or Bill, Woody, one of the tight ends, Pitts or Fannin, and then one of the running backs, Harvey or Hendy, if you'd rather go Harvey, or if you like Spears. So please vote for our boy Flea Nice, who deserves your undivided attention, because that man has been a pretty solid contributor to this channel for quite some time. He deserves our unified support. News help at QB, Mariota, Tua, Rattler, or Kirko. Well, I think Tua's a decent option, I suppose. Does anybody like Tua over Kirko or Mariota or Rattler? I kind of feel like I like Kirk a little bit more, but Tua's always capable of being very bad or dropping a big game, but I don't think lately he's been dropping anything solid, so I think I'll probably go Kirko. But vote on that for me, chat, and give me a vote. Flacco, if he's there. Yeah, of course. They didn't list Flacco, though. Start 1, Chase Brown or Breece Hall. Probably, vote on that one, too. Chase Brown or Breece Hall. I'd probably lean Chase Brown, but let's see what the chat says. Chase Brown, Breece Hall. Vote. I'm going to go Chase Brown. I think Chase Brown is in semi-bounce back mode. Really liking what he's looking like right now. Coming off a 100-yard game. Flowers or Pittman Jr. Probably Pittman Jr. now. When Lamar comes back, I will say Flowers is going to be in our thoughts. Trade help Genty for Breece Hall and Zay Flowers. Give me Genty. Rodgers or Fields, QB, lost Lamar. I'd probably say Rodgers for now. And what defense? Chicago. Oh, wait, I just got rid of that one. Hold on. Where is that at? What defense? Where's that question at? There it is. What defense? Chicago, Green Bay, 49ers. What QB? Fields and Mariota. So as you can see, I've already ranked the QBs here. Fields is my pick over Mariota. But from this other question, defensively, that's going to be a tough one. I guess I would go probably Green Bay. Green Bay, Robert. Thank you, Robert, for the super chat. Appreciate you. All right, we got another $20 hauler from our boy, Brett. Brett, thank you for the 20 spot, my boy. You're the man. Trade away McCaffrey for Barkley and JSN. Guys, can I get a vote on this one? Are we taking JSN and Barkley or McCaffrey? This is how you do it, though. This is how you do it. You do get a JSN involved with another pretty high-profile running back. Now, Barkley's kind of a mixed bag here, though. You know, would anybody take Barkley and JSN? Looks like Barkley and JSN is winning by quite a bit, and I can't blame the chat. This is how you do it. I think that Barkley's going to have a little resurgence. I don't know that it'll be consistent, but I think it all starts this weekend. As I've said here, Barkley's a great buy low. Lamar, even now, is still a good buy low. Barkley's a great buy low. I think you won't get Barkley cheap anymore once this week is over. I'm not saying he'll be completely consistent. I'm just saying that 100-yard and a touchdown game's coming, maybe multiple touchdowns. Henry's 100-yard game and a touch is coming. Allen's monster day. He's QB 8, 9, 10, depending on your scoring format. It's not good. He's vulnerable to a trade. He's bye week free, and bouncing back. And I would take Barkley and JSN for Christian McCaffrey. Absolutely. No doubt about it. Let me go back to this real quick. Okay, so thank you very much for the $20 hauler. You've got the chat's vote. There'll be a lot of Christian McCaffrey people that will swing in here soon, though, when they see that and go, never trade Christian McCaffrey. Wouldn't even give up my own. I would have him over my own son. Vidal or Hall. We're going to go Vidal moving forward. Not over Hall. Vidal's going to be good, bro, moving forward. His pass protection was phenomenal. He looked great. Rewatching a lot of that footage from that Thursday game, Vidal was picking up blitzes. He's absolutely fantastic in the game. He looked great. Got Gadsden and Tootin, traded Bowers and Terry for ETN and Pearsall. I'd rather have Bowers and Terry, Detroit. I wish you would ask me. Bowers is one of my favorite buy lows. I will say that you got potentially a nice piece in ETN as a buy low. I do like ETN a lot as a buy low, but I also love Bowers and Scary Terry as buy lows as well. So I don't know. I probably would say I like the other side, not by a ton, but definitely feel that. Traded my Hall and Debo for Tyler Warren. I'd rather have Tyler Warren in a vacuum, to be honest. Just traded away Scattaboo and DK for Saquon and Pittman Jr. I'd rather have Saquon and Scattaboo and DK. I want Scattaboo over Saquon. Even me wanting to buy low on Saquon, I still like Scattaboo a little bit more. But this could work out well for you. I think it really could. I mean, look, Saquon, I think, is going to have a huge day. But I love Scat. I like DK a lot. I like DK more than Pittman. But it could easily be an even Steven trade. Like both your teams could score the same. I prefer Scat. But which QB to start in week 8, Stroud or Caleb? Probably Caleb. Without Nico, I don't know that, you're basically starting Ben Johnson, in a sense. I'd probably bank on that. Although Caleb's been horrible lately. Start and sit Harvey or Manungai, Golden or Booty. I'm probably going Booty, and I would lean toward Manungai for now, but I hope that changes. I really do. Chat vote Manungai or Harvey or Manungai. I hope that changes. Trust your gut. If your gut says that Harvey's going to get used more, they have said he's going to be a big part of their plans moving forward. They haven't quite implemented it fully, but catching that touchdown pass last week made a difference. Just traded Diggs for Daniel Jones. I'm fine if you need a QB. That's a perfectly acceptable move. Anthony with the super chat traded Bucky and Debo for Henry. I think you gave up a little too much giving up Debo in addition, because I feel like you can give up Bucky for Henry straight up, but I don't mind it, especially with your team. And I think that Henry was worth getting this week before it ended up changing. So there's risk involved. Like, know that. Sidekick, appreciate you. Which Packers wide receiver would you recommend rest of season? Probably Dobbs. And I know they're so inconsistent. I have Dobbs and Golden and Watson. It's Dobbs right now. Could that change to Golden? It could. He's been very inconsistent. All he needs to do is connect once, and then everyone's going to be on the Golden train, and then he's going to be inconsistent again. Hendo and JMO were dropped this week. I have Harvey, Hunter, Woody, Bowers, May on my bench. Do I drop one to pick up one of those guys? I don't think you can drop anyone here but Woody. So like Woody for Hendo, I probably would consider it. I chat vote. Would you rather have Woody or Hendo? I still think I'd rather have Hendo, but you might want to wait. You could wait a week, I suppose. I just, if Hendy got his shot, then you'd be devastated. But I don't know that he's there yet. So you might be able to still get him if you got cut and no one's picking him up. So I don't know. Woody might have a good day. So I don't know. Jay, appreciate you dropping the blank super chat. Make sure you include your message in the super chat. I can't see other messages while I'm in super chat mode, my boy. So make sure you include your message. ET with a what is this? A $50 hauler. ET to the moon.
$50. Give me $50 holler.
My boy doing it live. Smitty, need help 2 and 5, 12 team Superflex PPR. Penix, Buka, Pickens, Hunter, MHJ, Booty, Mims, Burden, Genty, Hendy, Harvey, Benson, fan and waivers, dry, hold or trade away Buka. Buka and Pickens are solid. Knicks is fine. Your running backs are the only part that's concerning. Yeah, don't trade away Buka lightly. But if you were able to get, let's say, a Dunze bye week free and like a Henry, try going after Henry now, especially with this Lamar news. Henry, Barkley, James Cook for Buka to get that player and that extra Dunze type of player, ET. You got to start with those 3 running backs. Those are the 3 running backs, the cornerstone um, anchors of the trade, and then see what additional players they have that they could throw into the mix. Smitty, I had to pick up Kirko due to Lamar in the Superflex. Him over Huntley, right? Yes. Also start wide receiver, 1 running back, 1 flex. I'm going to go probably, Mooney's not bad with Kirko. We'll have to see, but I'd say Terry Marks and Bill. But if you wanted to go Mooney, Marks, and Bill, I'm fine with that too. You could go Terry, Mooney, Bill, but I would go Terry, Marks, and Bill. But I mean, Ray, that's a crapshoot. It really is. I don't even know how. I don't know how you get that right even 50% of the time, to be honest. Slam with injuries this week. Do I start Fields, Stroud, or Cousins? I'll put this up here to help you guys. Of course, I like Cousins and Fields about the same. So I would probably say if it was me, I guess I would look to Fields because of the rushing upside. But Stroud, I don't like this week. Also, start 1 A.O. Manor, Mims, Reynolds, or Mason Taylor. I would probably say A.O. Manor with Ridley injured. I think he's a pretty good play. Offer JSN Walker for my Puka and Judkins. Puka and JSN, if you want to even call that even, which I'm fine with either side. Judkins clobbers Walker. So the answer is the Judkins and Puka side by quite a bit. Unfortunately. And that's just, it is what it is. Hey, Smitty, full PPR, traded Javonte, Dobbins, and Kittle for Derrick Henry. Brees and Metcalf. Okay, sorry, I didn't see the Metcalf part. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I would have said if you traded Javonte, Dobbins, and Kittle for Derrick Henry, you're not buying low, but you cut DK in there. Brees Hall. I'd probably flip Brees Hall now, but I definitely don't mind that trade. That trade was pretty good, actually. Yeah, I bet you could argue it either way. Full PPR pick 2, Jalen Noel, Golden, or Tajay Spears. I'd probably go Noel, Jalen Noel, aka Noel. Do it live. Lamar out. Who to start? Caleb, Dart, Fields, or Flacco? I'm going Dart, bro. Dart's earned it. Smitty, what about Reed over Dobbs when he returns? We need to see him healthy before we're plugging him in. But, I mean, could you preemptively grab him? Sure. If you're not necessarily needing a player. But if you need a player right now, you got to go Dobbs. Just traded away Scat and DK for Saquon Pittman. Nope. I think I already answered this one. I think it's the one I already answered. I like the Saquon. The Scat side more. I like Scat more than Saquon, but by a hair. I mean, I still really like Saquon bouncing back a little bit, but I take Scataboo. And I like DK over Pittman slightly. So that's similar to the other one, I think. Thanks for the advice in advance. Should I start Hendy or Pacheco? I think this week Pacheco, but honestly, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I do you. I hope I do you dirty on this one because I want Hendy to get in there, bro, badly. 4-3, 12-team Superflex need help at the QB and running back too. Fields, T-Law, Flacco. We're going to probably go, look, Flacco, as I've ranked on here, on this board, shows you I'm on Flacco, one of these guys. So Flacco is the call at QB. The second part of this question, Gibbs, Walker, Sharps, Mason, ideas. Probably, so your running back two would be, Gibbs is your one. I would probably start Sharps. He's been scoring the touchdowns, but anything's possible once Sharps is back. Past that, you don't have another option for me to choose from for this week, if that's what you're asking me. As for your team overall, I'd probably say it's really, really good. Nico, McBride, man, you got a good squad. I'd say hold. Unless you could get like Tootin and ETN over Walker Sharps, but that's kind of similar. I don't think you're getting a James Cook trading those two guys away. You could try and trade Walker and Sharps for Derrick Henry. That would be probably my go-to advice for any team that's in your situation. Waddle, Jalen Warren, Cousins, good pickup. Cousins is a good pickup, but it depends on what your options are. Like, that's vague. Waddle or Jalen Warren, I guess I'd go Waddle, but that's close too. Can you answer the rest of the super chat, please? Says Anthony. Anthony, did I not answer the full question? It was this one. Traded Bucky and Debo for Henry 2 and 5. Any other moves? I would say Allen, Judkins, Henry, Rice, Adunze. I like what you got. I honestly, I think Vidal's really good. I'd probably just say stand down unless you're moving Vidal. And look, Laporta, Gadsden. I'd rather have Gadsden, but Laporta's good enough. I know they're not targeting him. That's the problem. I would probably say, damn, bro. I'd probably say maybe try and move Gadsden, and I don't think I'm moving the RBs. I love Henry and Judkins. I love Rice and Adunze. I'm just trying to get maybe that extra flex somehow. Whether it's Gadsden for Barkley, you take a gamble. Whether it's Gadsden and something for, could you get Buka using Gadsden and Vidal? Maybe. Could you get what kind of player can you get with Gadsden and Vidal? Like, look at it. See if London's attainable. Probably not, but people hate players that are inconsistent and they want to get rid of them. Can you get JJ for Vidal and Gadsden? Look at that, Anthony. That's the best advice I can give you. Past that, unless I'm moving those guys, I love what you got. So I'm not moving it. Love the running backs. Love the combination of your QB and running backs. Let's see. Drink some coffee. Eat some meatloaf, bro. Eat some meatloaf. You look like you need it. Why do I look like I need coffee? What's wrong? What's wrong with me right now? Am I not doing enough? Am I not juggling enough? Go get some meatloaf. 1 and 6, desperation mode. Full PPR. JD5, St. Brown, Rice, Tet, Bijan, Henry, Warren, Brees. Any potential moves? Also stuck between Fields, Cousins, and Mariota. I'm going Fields or Cousins, as I've said, is pretty much a tie, and I lean Fields because of the rushing. But 1 and 6, I'd probably say with this team, you've been desperate without Rice, but you got Rice back. You've been desperate with Henry not bouncing back. You got Henry back. So move Ted and Brees for one player, Santo. And thank you for the $20 hauler, by the way. Move.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Move Brees and Ted for one guy. And, maybe you get a London, maybe you get a JJ, maybe you don't, but you try. And if you get someone slightly below that, you do it live. I think it's a good move for you. You could do Barkley. Probably worth the risk, honestly. Love the squad, bro. Love the squad. It's the only move I make. Fantastic team. Did I miss while we're low on Brees Hall? Probably. It sounds like you missed it. We're not saying trade him for pennies on the dollar, but This is the Jets, bro. They're misusing everybody. So, I mean, you don't sell them for pennies on the dollar. Trade Judkins for Henry. I'd rather have Judkins. Yeah, trading Judkins for Henry. Judkins would go in the top 15 if you drafted today, maybe top 18. So why would you take Henry at that value, bro? Henry's a 4th rounder, probably equivalent. 1-6 and looking to trade Gibbs to the Lamar owner. He wants to trade straight up, asking for Kyron and 2-for-2 trade. My Fields, I have Hall and Chuba. In a 1 QB league, Lamar is probably a 5th or 4th if you're lucky, but probably right now with the injury, a 5th round equivalent player. And Gibbs is the number 2 or number 1 overall player. So you're so far away. You're 1-6 and looking to trade Gibbs, and Lamar owner wants to trade straight up. This guy wants to take $100 bill from you for a penny. Like, what do you? There's nothing here. You want to do a 2-for-2. Let me put it this way. Gibbs is worth more than Kyron and Lamar. Straight up. So there's no trade here. I wish there was. If you're trading Gibbs, you need to get Judkins and JJ. You need to get Kyron and JJ. And if you need a quarterback, it needs to be Lamar and mother freaking St. Brown, or Lamar and Rice. Lamar and Rice for Gibbs. And that still feels kind of a little bit off. That's how good Gibbs is. But Mean Machine, you're not even close. You know, even having a conversation with someone about a 1-for-1. If someone said 1-for-1 Gibbs and Lamar and a 1 QB, the fact that you're even talking trade with them anymore, you need to work on your trade negotiation skills to the point where you slam doors on faces when people disrespect you with that kind of conversation. You let them know where you stand with Jahmyr Gibbs. That's crazy. If that was super flex, which I don't think you said, if you did, I apologize, but I don't think you said, that would be different. Trade help. Saquon owner wants Tyler Warren. Tight ends, running backs. I mean, look, it has its pros and cons. It does. I mean, Saquon and something, though. You got to get something else in addition. I like what you have, though. I definitely could see you using Saquon. I would rather trade Kincaid or Fannin with, let's say, another player. Like, let's say the problem is I don't know that you can. Yeah, I don't know. If Saquon goes crazy, though, then what? You know, you're going to have to overpay. If he doesn't, then yeah, you might get him cheaper, but will you even want him at that point? I'd rather have Tyler Warren over Saquon. It'd have to be Saquon and another player that is a significant upgrade over something. So you'd have to let me know what they have, but it would be Saquon and stuff, not Tyler Warren straight up. Tyler Warren's balling out. Saquon isn't. We're assuming Saquon bounces back this week, but that's an assumption, you know, and it's not a guarantee. I have JD5, Vidal, Keenan Allen, Gadsden, Waddle all on a week 12 bye. Who do I trade away? I don't think you got any trade value in anybody but Gadsden and Vidal. So I guess you would explore trading them away. But, you know, don't be trading away too many players at the expense of 1 week. So I need a little more information than that. But like, yeah, trade those two away because whenever you're trading, bro, you're trading players that have good trade value. So they have a good trade value. I'm not saying you have to trade them away, but those are the players you explore. Would you trade Rice for Kittle and Bill? No. Would you give someone $100 bill for their $5 bill? Right. Rice is worth 10 times Kittle and Bill, bro. That's not even close. I'm glad you asked me, though. Rice is a top 5 overall player. Yo Smitty PPR pick 2 for this week. Pacheco, Woody, Worthy, Bill, Sharps. Probably go Sharps and probably Woody or Sharps and Worthy. I like Pacheco, but not necessarily over Sharps, not over Woody, not over Worthy. I like holding him. I'm hopeful, but I'd probably say Worthy and Sharps if I was in a vacuum. But I do like Woody and I like Woody and Sharps. You could go Worthy and Woody, but I'd probably go Sharps and Worthy personally. Chat, vote on that. Worthy, Woody, Sharps. Vote for 2. Pick 2. Woody, Worthy, Sharps. Cody, do I trade for a running back? I like Chase, Lamb, Rice, Adams. If you can start all 4, I probably still, yes, maybe trade for a running back. You're trying to trade Adams. Don't trade Chase. Don't trade Lamb. Don't trade Rice. You're going to try and trade Adams if you can't start all four. If you can start all four, I think I still actually stand down. If you can start all four of those wide receivers with the bye weeks and everything, I'm keeping all four and I'm rolling with Bill and Genty. I know the bye week situation sucks, but it's going to suck no matter what you do. Unless you trade Adams for Rome and a running back, which you may or may not get. You know, Bill and Adams for Rome and Odunze and a running back, I'd consider that. Would I trade for Derrick Henry bye week free? Yes. Adams for Derrick Henry, I'd do that. That would be a pretty good move, Cody, if you can pull that off. Dynasty, I got offered Ladd and JCM and a 26 first for Gibbs. I bet you did, Jay, and you're not doing it. Why would you do that? I wouldn't give Gibbs for 3 first rounders. You hear me? We're going to do it for 1 and no. Pats D or Bengals D? Probably Pats D. Who should I start? Sit Flacco, Judkins. I don't know your lineup requirements, my boy, but I'd say you're probably going with Flacco, Judkins, Scat, Metcalf. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Are we swapping anybody out? I'd go Drake May. Any other week? Let's see. Geez, man. Scary Terry. I don't think you're swapping anything out in particular. Let me see if I can pull up. Oh, that's not it. Look at Bucky. Bucky's still in the top 7 in yak yards. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Bucky's he's such a monster, bro. I hope he comes back. I'm gonna be devastated if Bucky can't come back and play. Where's my stupid the hell is the schedule? I was gonna pull it on screen here. I think it's right here. I don't know how you're sitting Drake May, bro. I like Flacco. Is anybody sitting Drake May for Flacco? I don't think I am. I don't know why. I don't know why you're sitting Drake May. I mean, I get the matchup thing, you know, but it is in New England. I still think he's balling out. He's making amazing decisions. Of course, Flacco at home. I just don't understand what we're doing there. That's the only thing I'm changing out. But yeah, I don't know, bro. This is not a move I would make. Past that, your team looks really good. Judkins, Scattaboo, Metcalf, solid. Hopefully you can try and move Scary Terry if he has a big game. Scary Terry, and I mean, I don't know what you can do. The team has a little bit lack of depth at the wide receiver position, which concerns me a little bit. I don't know what you can really do to move it, though. Judkins and Scat aren't exactly super sell high, potential players right now. You might have to wait a week, and then Fluid, maybe we can move one of them for 2 players later. But for right now, get Drake May in at least for this question. Thank you very much for the super chat. This one here was offered Kyron and JCM for my Henry Igbuka. I bet you were. I mean, I don't know what we're doing here. Like, why are we even considering this? Henry and Buka crushed Kyron and JCM. I countered Henry Buka for his Gibbs. He accepted. Oh, that's why you're telling us. Okay, Henry Buka for his Gibbs. I'll say this. I went like this because I thought you crushed him. But he did pretty well too. Like Henry, if he does bounce back, and as much as we like Buka, that could be a pretty good side. I would take Gibbs personally, but I would say he might have helped himself too. That's my initial reaction was he blasted him, but look, if Henry is even remotely close to his old self from here on out, and I'm not saying he will be, but he's worth the gamble. He got Buka. It's a good side. I would take Gibbs though. Trade Rice and Judkins for Bijan. I would say no. I like Rice and Judkins a little bit. Chad, am I right? Am I right here? Are you taking Rice and Judkins or Bijan? I don't think I could get rid of Rice and Judkins for Bijan. That's tough. I love Bijan, but give me Judkins and Rice. That's so hard to say. It is what it is. No way I'm making that trade. Scott, appreciate you. Scott with the super chat. Hey, Smitty traded Kyron for BTJ and Barkley. Kyron and Jaden Daniels for BTJ and Barkley. Right, Rice and Judkins side is winning. Man, I don't know. Traded Kyron and JD5 for BTJ Barkley. I'd rather have Kyron and JD5. I have May and Dart. Okay, well, I definitely would have traded JD5 before. Yeah, I maybe did try. You could try and trade him after he returns. I don't know, man. I guess I would consider this Kyron and JD5 for BTJ and Barkley. I guess I'd consider it, but the thing is, I think you could trade JD5 for a better receiver than BTJ later, and then you just keep Kyron over Barkley. I'd say probably wouldn't do it. I may also have King Henry. How do you feel about the trade? It's fine, Scott. It's fine. I would have probably done something different. But, I'm not in your shoes. Maybe you've explored all the trade opportunities, but I would have kept Kyron and tried to get BTJ into a different player. Or sorry, try to get JD5 into a different player than BTJ. If BTJ comes back and plays well, you'll be happy, but I'm a little concerned about that. Thanks, Waddle or Diggs. I would say Waddle, but I don't know. Guys, vote Diggs or Waddle, please, in the chat. That's a tough one. Someone offering me right now Mahomes, Tyler Warren, running back Williams, and Higgins for Stafford, Kincaid, Pittman, and Cook. You take Mahomes, Warren, and I assume that's Javonte Williams or Kyron. I mean, you're not being clear. Could be either one. But I think I take either one. Like, I like James Cook, bro, but I definitely take either Williams with Tyler Warren and Mahomes. That's a fantastic trade either way. I don't know. Be clear with the Williams, though. Sometimes you guys don't clarify what player you're talking about, and there's multiple players with the same last name in the league. PPR start one: Brees, JCM, Dowdle, Sharps, Harvey, Henderson. Also rank rest of season. So probably gonna go Dowdle, and then rest of season I would say Dowdle. It's a risk, but I'd say Dowdle, then probably Brees, then probably Sharps, Harvey, Hendy, all kind of a mixed bag. JCM. Just depends on opportunity, which we can't predict. So really it stops at Dowdle, then Brees in that order for this week and for the future, in my opinion. That's the way I rank it anyway. But close call, my boy. Very, very close call. And this one here, should I do Henry? I only have Warren and Cook. Should I do Henry? I only have Warren and Cook. If this is relating to another super chat, you got to put it all in a new question. There's no way I'm remembering what you said earlier, so I don't know if that's what you're trying to do here. Do I Henry? I only got Warren and Cook. I don't know what this is relating to. You got to ask me a question, a full question. I'm not going to retain what we talked about. It might seem simple to you, but I've gone through. The chat is already at over 1,000 questions, and I've answered probably, I'd imagine, like 75 questions. Offer JSN for Rice, Henry, and Manungai. I'd rather have Rice, Henry, and Manungai. I love JSN, but Rice and JSN are pretty close, and you get Henry, I'd take that side very much. Tald, if you just put it in the chat, I mean, you can super chat if you want, but if you just put it in, I'll read it real quick. I mean, it's been a wild year, man. Just a wild year. I always can't wait until the off season, even when things are not injury filled, and even when we're crushing it. We're doing. A lot of people act like we're missing a lot of stuff. Like, we're missing some stuff, but I put my predictions on my sleeve, and it makes it easy to be like, oh, the Triple H, or oh, the Supernova. We give so much good advice all year long. People are wild how they want to act like Monday morning quarterbacks about everything, but this has been a completely injury riddled season that I think most people are kind of like, I win or lose, doing well, doing bad, doesn't matter. You kind of just like, I can't wait for the off season. The off season is so fun to break all this down. Rookies, all that stuff. The fear over the rookie usage this year is going to make the rookies really cheap coming into this next year. People think we're going to be down on the rookies because of everything that happened this year. That might be true if the rookies were to stay at high values, but people are going to be so scared off them, it's going to bake in everything. It's going to be fun. It's going to be unbelievable. The off seasons are the best around here. I'm out of here. I'll be back. Appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. Let's see here. Let me go over here. That volume's a little loud, right? Let me see if I can lower that. Tell me if the volume of the music is good. Is that volume good on the music? Can you hear it, but it's not too loud? It should be pretty good, right? I'll see you all later. Appreciate you. I was trying to wait for that other question, that clarification from what was it? Talt, or what was his name? Sell high and BTJ, Ryan. Sure. Thank you, Shelly. Appreciate you. Thank you to my super chatters. Thank you to my $49 Flea Nice and ET. You guys are monsters. Thank you for my $20 haulers from Brett and Skynet and Taj and Santo. Appreciate you. Thank you for the super chats from all of you other amazing people. I don't know if the talk guy is updating me. I don't know. Mims or downs? I don't know, bro. Flip a coin on that one. That one's trash. I wish it was better news. See you all tonight. I'll be live at midnight Eastern or earlier. Don't forget to get over. If you guys need more advice right now, like, hey, I didn't get my question answered, or Smitty, I don't know what to do here. All you got to do, and you can cancel anytime. Do it for 1 month. It's $10. It's a cup of coffee. Do it for 1 month. I have a feeling you won't cancel them because you're gonna love it. But $10 a month. Do it once. Cancel if you don't like it. Jump into the 24/7 live Patreon. It's a live chat group with all the amazing people in the live chat that you see. And let's change out the gunners real quickly. Also, play 5, get 100 on Underdog. That link is in the description of this video and every video. I'm going to drop the link fresh right now. That link is going to be pinned here in the live chat. I'll pin it right now on the way out the door. And also, don't forget to get your pair of gunners, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the link. If you want a pair of gunners like your boy Smitty is wearing right now, Gunner Player of the Week is Rushy Rice. Do it live.
The Gunner Player of the Week.
Brought to you by Gunner.com.
Here's the link to that. So get a pair of gunners. Get gunners at, here's the link. Boom. If you want a pair of blue light blocking glasses like your boy Smitty, get them at Gunner.com. Do it live. See you all tonight at midnight Eastern or sooner. Tall or Tall 33, I've been looking for your update question. I have not seen it. You said, should I do Henry? I only got Warren and Cook. And I just don't know what you're talking about. Waddle or Jalen Warren? I tried to wait for you. Appreciate you all. See you, Deuce. 6-7. Says DC Hog. 6-7. Be live not at 6 or 7, but at 8. 8 p.m. 8 p.m.